Greetings everyone, I hope you're all doing well and we have a fantastic week. So I'm back again today. I'll be sharing you my weekly watch list of watch pitch pairs that I'll be focusing on for the coming week. So I'm gonna start off with the DXY here, as you can see here. So as from the last week, you can see price was moving around there. So it's like this structure that is developing here. But are we patiently waiting to see how price gonna react from this area here? As you can see, we'll be forming like a double top here. How price gonna continue move correctively all the way to the upside, maybe reacting to this high or this one here. So this most few scenarios that I'll be looking for. If price gonna continue push to the upside, then I'm waiting to see if we form something like this, so which will be message that okay, we pushing, continue pushing to the upside, maybe from to this high remain to be seen. Then if we reject from here or here, then I'm waiting to see some confirmation of it, then going to the downside. So of which will be some, I'll see if we like to get some opportunities to dollar related pairs. So I'll start off with the Australian dollar vs Canadian dollar. As you can see, this is my watch list for them. Figure it, I'm just gonna break down each pair just to share what I'll be looking for the coming week. So I'm gonna start off with this one, Australian dollar vs Canadian dollar. As you can see, overall we're still pushing to the downside here, and price reached this low and then we reacted nice. As you can see, push, we come back here for the double top. So this structure that is forming here. So what I'll be looking for is to see whether price can able to come to these areas and then reject from here, so that we can see if we can get some outside move or rejection to continue push to the upside, or price gonna, if we break here, then I'll be waiting for the message like maybe something that's gonna be forming here, then I'll take it to the downside. So these will be my scenarios from the coming week to see what will be happening during the week. So when you go to the lower time frame, that it's 1H, you can see this is a nice structure and it's forming as well. So this here, you can see. So we reacted from this area. So I want you to see if maybe we can get some entries here, something like this, maybe from here, and then take it to the downside. You see, so that remains to be seen. Then if you don't get any opportunities, it's fine. I'll be waiting to see how price will reach these areas. If we reject from here, then I'll be waiting for some confirmation, then see if we can get some opportunities or an entry to take it to the upside. So I'm just gonna be waiting to see how price will develop during the week. And my next pair is Euro vs Australian dollar. So this one is also shaping up nicely. So as you can see, I'm gonna start off here from the daily. Price still pushing corrective to the upside, and then as you can see, we rejected here and then price push all the way to the downside and then we come back here. So I'm waiting to see if price gonna continue push to the upside, or we're gonna reject from here and then continue push to the downside. So when you go to the 1 hour time frame, you can see price it shaping up nicely. So last week you can see, few days back you can see we have this lovely mini double top and then price push all the way to the downside, then it's coming from sorry, then it's coming here to form another double top. So sorry, we'll see whether we're gonna react from here and then maybe something like this, then sell off, or gonna continue to form maybe a structure like this, then this will be aligned something like this, then you can take some entries around these areas and then take it to the downside. But I like how this is shaping up, because you can see like an M pattern, as you can see here. So if you get something like this and then some structure here, then you can take it to the downside. And if you can get like maybe a perfect structure here, then it remains to be seen, then I'll take it to the downside. And the next pair is Euro USD. So I'm gonna start off from daily. So here it's similar thing like how I explained from here on the DXY, because you can see we have this bigger structure here and price it's moving correctly toward this low here. So these two scenarios here, whether we're gonna reject from here and then push to the upside, or we're gonna continue moving correctly, or gonna continue push to the downside, something like this. So when you go to the lower time frame, you can see here. So I'm gonna complete this structure. As you can see, there's some structure that is forming here and then all the way from here on to this low. Then we'll see whether we take from here to the upside or from to the trend line here. So just wait to see how price gonna develop during the week. Yes, if you can ask me, can I take this one? It's all up to you how, well, you can, if there's an opportunity that is shaping up, you can take it. It's all up to you. How do you trade and how it's your plan? So if you see that it's a nice trade for you, then you can take it, and it's in line with your plan, then you can take it. But sometimes it's better to wait for something that you plan than to take trade while you waiting for this one, because sometimes you'll be focusing more on this trade instead of what will be waiting to happen here, because you'll be managing this trade, and then so yeah, it's all up to you guys. How do you do it? And pound dollar as well, as you can see, overall structure is still to the downside. So these few scenarios here, just to see if we're gonna continue push all the way to the downside, or we're gonna reject from this level and then continue push to the upside. As you can see, you have this descending structure. So there's a possibility that price might reject and then continue push to the upside. You know. So as you can see here on one edge, so what I will be focusing on during the week to see how price will react from this area here, whether I'm gonna get some then push, or whether I'm gonna break here in pulses and then take message from the market and see continue going to the downside. So that is what I'll be looking for. And the next one is British pound vs Australian dollar. As you can see here, we have a nice clear structure from the higher time frame, as you can see. So I'll be looking see if we can get some. We will be getting some opportunities to take to these areas, maybe targeting these lows or these lows here. Well, you can see coming from this push here and then taking it from here, as you can see. So all I'm looking for here is how it's happening. I'll be focusing more from how it's happening here as we go to the lower time frame, which is one edge. Like I said, so this can see how price it's moving, as you can see. So it's better to see where we're going to, and I'm gonna wait for a push and then flag, then take it to the downside, or wait for the perfect structure that can be forming something like this. Then see, then you can take maybe a risk entry from here and then take it to the downside. And next I need to US dollar vs Japanese yen. So this one, I'm more patient with it, as I've shared with you guys during the week that we might form some bigger structures, you can see now. So I'll waiting to see if you can form some double top here and then take it to the downside. You can see impulsive move and then a corrective move, then continuation. So something like that. And when you go to the lower time frame, you can see how it's developing here. So you just have to wait and see if we do get some opportunities or not. So see, if something like this, then be happy to take this one. So if then don't get this opportunity from here, then I'll wait for the price to break, especially this low, then see if we form something, then we'll take it to the downside as well. So that was my top 6, and it's 3 pairs on my workout, which is New Zealand dollar vs US dollar. So I'll start off on the daily. With this one, there's more signal that I'm looking for. As you can see, there is a bigger structure that it's forming here because you're coming from this push and then now it's met from a corrective move, then continue push to the downside to this low. And there's there is another structure here as well. As you can see, we have this push and then price it moving correctly here. So the possibility that price might reject as well from this area and then continue push all the way to the downside, or else we're gonna continue all the way to these areas or here. All remain to be seen, but all in all, I'll be waiting to see how price will go to this area here. Then if we break here, then it is fine. I'll be waiting to see some more development of the structure during the week. As you can see here, something like this. So something like this, then I'll be happy to take it to the downside. First target will be targeting, as you can see, there's a corrective structure, then I'll be targeting these lows here. Then if we break here, then we'll see if there is a possibility that price can push all the way to the downside. Then if you don't get this, then we'll be waiting to see how price gonna develop around these areas, where they're gonna form some continuation pattern to these areas to continue push to the upside. So it remains to be seen. So yeah, that's it with this pair, and the following one, the USD Canadian dollar, US Canadian dollar, sorry. So I'm gonna start off from daily time frame as well. So I'm just waiting to see how price gonna react from these areas. As you can see, we rejected from this low here, and then push, and then now price is moving corrective toward these areas. So we'll see whether we're gonna continue all the way moving correctively until this high, or if we break here impulsively or with some huge candles, then I'll be waiting for some structure formation that will be telling me something has changed, and can take it to the upside, as you can see. But then I'll be waiting to see if we get price and reject from here, then continue push to the downside and maybe to these lows or here, as you can see. So I'm just waiting for this one to see how price gonna develop during the week. And the last one is DAX. So we have a nice structure that was forming here, as you can see, on daily. So what I'm looking for here to see whether it's gonna continue all the way to the downside, or we might reject from here and then continue push to the upside. As you can see, we've been pushing all the way to the upside, so just waiting to see how price will develop from here. As you can see here, so be something like this, and can take it to the upside, maybe to these highs here, as you can see. So all remain to be seen. So that's it for today. I think I'll be sharing another video on Wednesday for the market review. So that's it for today's guys. And if you have some questions and other stuff, we can talk on Telegram or Instagram. So thank you so much, guys.